And joining us now is Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca. How does the weather look conditions for the people who are expecting to join into the celebrations, Dan?
Yeah, all sorts of stuff going on over the next couple days. Of course, in Salinas, tomorrow's going to be a little breezy and kind of cool, so just be prepared for that. If you're going to be up at the Santa Cruz County Fairgrounds, it'll also be a little cool and breezy tomorrow, maybe a little bit warmer than in Salinas, but ultimately could be worse. Could be better as well. Here's a look at the twilight lights from Choose Ridge camera. This was this evening, just past sunset, looking off to the east, across the Santa Lucias and the distant Salinas Valley and the Gavilan Range there in the distance. Kind of cool out there. Today was an interesting day. It was chilly around the coast. We saw highs only in the 60s. Look at our coastal highs. Salinas 66, Monterey, Watsonville 65, Santa Cruz bone-chillingly cold, 62 degrees today. Meanwhile, southern Monterey County was in the mid-90s. Of course, we do have some heat out there in our southern valleys. Marine layer pretty deep, though, over 2,000 feet in depth, which means that air is pushed pretty far inland. It's up in the hills near the coast as well. Right now, we're mostly in the 50s. It's still a little bit warmer up high. For example, Loma Prieta is still 65 degrees, so there is some warmth above the marine layer, but generally a little on the cool side and a little on the damp side. So you might be getting a little drizzle out there tonight. We have onshore flow deepening ahead of our next storm system. Yes, storm system. We are quickly pushing into our early fall weather season. So we're not in a rainy season just yet. Typically that starts in late October, early November, but we get these little systems that come through which can bring some rain. And the first one looks like it's on the way coming out of the weekend. So this one developing right now, the area of low pressure pushing down the coast, and as it arrives here on Monday, we're likely to see a little bit of precipitation, mostly some light rain. Now, few models are showing some instability, so the model I'm going to show you in a minute is just going to show some light showers moving through, but there's also a tiny chance of some thunderstorm development that's very conditional, but it's a chance. I think we'll have a better idea tomorrow of whether we will see that on Monday or not, but it's something we're keeping a close eye on. Notably with this system as well, it is going to be cold aloft, so we're going to see some very chilly temperatures inland for this time of year especially. We're talking highs about 20 degrees below normal. So that's pretty chilly, right? On the coast, well, it's hard to get too far below normal. I mean, we'll be below normal, but the ocean's still 60 degrees, so it's not going to get super cold on the coast. Notably also, if you're heading to the high country, the Sierra Nevada, Tioga Pass, for example, you might be getting some snow on Monday as this thing passes by. And if that wasn't enough, well, another system follows on Wednesday. Latest model run showing some rain reaching our area as well on Wednesday. So yeah, we have a couple chances of rain, early season rainfall coming up over the next several days. Beyond that, high pressure builds in. We might see some of that nice warm September weather that we often think about here on the Central Coast. So there is some heat on the way, but you're not going to feel it these next several days. So let's get into more detail about what to expect over the next 48 hours. Feature track again overnight showing those low clouds filling back in. Can't rule out a little drizzle on the south and east sides of the bay overnight. Difference between today and tomorrow, we'll have some clouds on the coast again tomorrow, but the winds will be stronger out of the northwest. They're west-northwest anyway. They're going to pick up tomorrow afternoon coming in off the water. A little bit more northwesterly. So Santa Cruz, you're actually going to warm up tomorrow, even though the general air mass is cooling down. One of the few areas that will be warming up will probably be about the same in Monterey and Salinas that you were today. And inland areas will be quite a bit cooler tomorrow, but Santa Cruz area will be the warmer spot. A few sprinkles possible, especially tomorrow night as these clouds kind of thicken up. And then here we go, Monday morning, we start to see some light showers coming in off of the bay. Again, this is light precipitation, but this Monday morning commute might be a little slippery. We haven't seen much moisture coming out of the sky onto our roads in months. So what happens is you get month after month after month of built up rubber and oil from vehicles, and then you put some water on top of that. It makes things extra slippery. Again, so something to keep in mind on that Monday morning commute. Might be a little extra slippery. It looks like most of these showers die down by lunchtime Monday, but as I mentioned, there's a little instability, so it can't rule out a chance of thunderstorms at some point in time today. We're going to have a closer look at that tomorrow. Right now, I just want to mention at least the potential for it. Total precip with this system, sure, it's showing a little bit here, maybe 1/10 of an inch, closing in on 2/10 of an inch in some areas. So yeah, we should get some rain out of it, especially on the south and east sides of the bay. Those are areas that will have the highest chance of seeing that. In the meantime, as I mentioned, tomorrow, warming up in Santa Cruz. You go from 62 today to 70 tomorrow. That's a big improvement. Capitola 69, but only 60s in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Scotts Valley, your high will be warmer than 38, probably closer to 68. I noticed that I probably should have changed that. 68 tomorrow, Scotts Valley. East Shore of the Bay, all 60s tomorrow. Mid-60s in Salinas, upper 60s Hollister, low 70s Gilroy. Our northern valley's a little warmer, but cooler than today, certainly. Most areas inland dropping 5 to 15 degrees. Peninsula, about where we were today, temperature-wise, low to mid-60s. We'll have a repeat of that tomorrow. And then down south, much cooler. Bradley, you dropped 12 degrees. Most of our valleys nearest the coast in the 60s to low 70s expected. So let's look at that 7-day forecast for coastal cities. The winds will be there tomorrow. They'll actually die down Monday morning and then be a much weaker Monday afternoon, but the winds will still be there overnight. Scattered showers Monday will get a break and slightly warmer temperatures Tuesday. Then the next system bring a shower chance on Wednesday. And then beyond that, high pressure builds in. We'll probably have some offshore flow. It looks like it's going to be quite a bit warmer by next weekend. So if you're waiting for a warm weekend, next weekend's looking pretty warm. Inland areas, look at the temperature contrast for inland areas. We dropped to 67, which is again almost 20 degrees below normal on Monday. We have the shower chances Monday and Wednesday, and then all of a sudden by Saturday, we're at 92 on average. So a huge temperature swing. Stay with us. We'll be right back.